Insight 223. In the absence of blood within the leg, because of sitting incorrectly, the leg sensory organ cease their function. The leg sensory organs. So the legs, you're just unable to feel your leg. And therefore you are no longer able to feel with your leg. In the presence of surplus blood within the leg sensory organs increase their function, and therefore you are able to feel or sense much better with your leg. Likewise, when there is considerable blood circulation in any region of the body, the sensory ability of the organs of that region is heightened. Such is the case when one is aroused. Blood rushes to the genitals and also throughout every organ, heightening every organ's ability to sense. A similar tactic is used by those who seek to manipulate. By manipulating the flow of blood, they might slap a sensitive organ, like the breast, and then suck on it. In this way, the breast is made to feel pain. The nerves and consciousness of that slap makes one momentarily very aware. In addition, the blood rushes to the slapped region, flooding it with extra blood, supersensitizing the breast, which is a sensitive organ in its normal state. When the tongue and lips are used to suck on the breast, the comforting feeling is sensed greatly. The contrast built is pain and pleasure. Remember that a sincere relationship is by far superior to such pitiful trickery. If this trick is used on an aware person, she is able to think of what is happening. She will notice the overwhelming feelings of pleasure taking hold. She will be able to trace it back to the physical manipulation applied on her body. She is able to halt the person's progress into sexual interaction because she is no longer impressed by the trick. So there are many tricks used to try to influence the person's mind and body. It has to do with overwhelm. It could be subtle or it could be overwhelming. It could be a combination of both. And they want to overwhelm the mind, take over its reality by grabbing the attention quite strongly, impacting the attentions quite strongly, impacting the focus quite strongly. So this is done sometimes with the physical slapping. Suddenly the shock brings awareness because the hit is quite severe, and so the mind is now aware of that organ. The blood rushes there, making the organ more sensitive, susceptible to more sensitive, and the pain has just been experienced, and it's more sensitive, and at that moment, when the comforting feeling of the licking or sucking is applied, then the person feels it more distinctly. And so the contrast of pain and pleasure is engulfing the mind. You see it? So one who understands these tricks doesn't fall for them. A person who doesn't know about these things, who this stuff is applied on, they're like, wow, they're just overwhelmed, and they might go into extra fantasy and interact with the person. No. The person needs to be aware, and when manipulation is applied on them, they see the manipulation, identify it so clearly, and they stop it. They disengage. Just go, I don't get away from me. I don't want this trickery.